Hello, my beautiful Pisces. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. I am Lisa, and this is North Star Energy Healing. And today we're doing a reading for mid-October to the end of October, and then for the entire month of November. The reason that I'm doing that is because I'm taking a little bit of time off. I'm taking a class, and I just want to give myself a bit of a break during, I guess, the holiday prep and holiday rush. I will be back towards the end of November, maybe, hopefully, or, especially in December to give you those readings. I will probably stay active on my TikTok channel because those videos are quick and I can do a couple in 15 minutes. So if you haven't checked that out, it's NSEH207_tarot if you'd like to check that out. Okay, so Pisces. In October, on the 21st, we have a new beaver moon in Libra, bringing lots of balance and equality and equity feelings, probably around 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Like a few 4 to 5 days, you're going to feel really balanced with that new beaver moon. The full beaver moon in Taurus happens on November 5th. So a few days before, a few days after November 5th, you may be feeling like you really want to get something done, complete something. You also may be feeling a burst of confidence that you're right about something, and just be careful not to become, bullish. You could also feel more like you want to be at your house and a little bit of nesting coming on. And in the north, because we're going through daylight savings time, I think it's on November 2nd. So, it gets dark at 4 o'clock for a few weeks around here where I am in Maine. So those feelings. All right. And then November 20th is the new cold moon in Scorpio. Scorpio season coming up, the dark and mysterious one, Scorpio. All right. So, because it's October, or the first part of your reading is, I'm using the Halloween Oracle, also the Tea Leaf Oracle, and the Gilded Tarot for the October portion, and then I'm switching to a different deck for November. Once I get done with all the cards, I'm going to point the camera down, and I'm going to quickly just recap everything from the reading, just so you can see it in its entirety and see all the cards. All right, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Please remember this is a collective reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, so we will begin with your Halloween Oracle card, which is the Owl. The Owl. Wise seeing and wise action, my beautiful Pisceans. Look at that card. Isn't that beautiful? You have the need for wise counsel or further information before you make a decision. Considered action is warranted. Think before you act emotionally, and ensure you think strategically, not impulsively. All right, so mid-October to end of October, there could be a time when you have some sort of a decision to make, and you may be inclined to make that decision emotionally. You are the most emotional sign. So you've got to get a grip and look at things a little more logically, okay? When it comes to that. Oh, shoot. I was like, I didn't get your tea leaf, but I did. I did. It's early in the morning. So, just finished my walk. Hence, my hair is up. Okay. Ink pot. Problems to be resolved. So you can see there's like a spilled old-fashioned thing, like a feather pen in an ink pot. Problems to be resolved. So this could be regarding not getting overly emotional about something, but thinking in a logical, more strategic, planned out way before you react to the situation. Because your next card is a cat, a two-faced friend. I don't know why they decide to use a cat for that, but because cats are pretty independent and don't really care. I guess that's maybe the reason. They can be wanting to cuddle with you one minute and hissing at you the next. But so Mid to end of October, unfortunately, you may be dealing with a problem. Oh my gosh, what is this camera doing? Where somebody, I mean, two-faced is kind of harsh, but maybe somebody says something, behind your back and it gets back to you and you're hurt by it. Maybe the person didn't really mean to, or it wasn't done with malice, but you might find out that somebody that you feel is a very loyal friend is not so loyal. All right. Remember to curb your emotions when it comes to that. Because the next card is a 4-leaf clover. Great and good fortune. All right, good. So that means you will come out of that situation. I'm sure it's going to be difficult, but you will come out of that situation. So just, don't be overly paranoid, but I would say just, keep your radar up. Ace of Cups, new beginning, something you need to see differently. That's going right along with the messages we've had already, right? Ace of Cups, seeing it with a different perspective. Don't overreact. The Tower, okay. Something's going to change and it's never going to be the same. It could, and then the Star card, Aquarius. So maybe this is dealing with an Aquarius, or if you have prominent Aquarius in your birth chart, it could just be saying, listen up, this is your reading, right? But maybe you do have an Aquarian friend. Now, sometimes Aquarians can be a little arrogant seems like too strong of a word, but sometimes they can say things that cut like a knife. It's just, they can't help it. That's the way their sign is, right? They're very direct, very matter of fact. And so it could have something to do with that. But it says in the first card, the ink pot, is problems to be resolved. So I feel like you can resolve it. Wow, you have a lot of good cards though. Ace of Cups, and I'll show them. Tower, the Star, the World. So it feels like you're going to get through this. And we all sometimes, everybody deals with problems of friends or family members that, we don't gel with at certain times in our life, right? And sometimes you just have to let somebody go if it's that time. Some people come into our lives for just a reason or just a season. Some are there for a lifetime. So, yeah. I mean, there have been times when I've had issues with friends or family and we've been able to repair it. There are times when I've had issues with friends that I've had to be like, okay, this friendship has run its course. So, it happens, right? Okay. Remember, this is mid-October to end of October. So let's see in order. Ace of Cups, an offer or some sort of a new beginning, right? Cups are water signs, of which you are one. They're a lot of nurturing, loving energy, soft energy. But you see how these moons are in all different phases at the top, and there's an eye there? In this deck, this card, this ace, represents seeing something differently, seeing it with fresh eyes, or maybe you need to sit back and say, put yourself in the other person's shoes, so to speak. See how it looks from there, right? See how it looks a month from now, 6 months from now. Try to imagine that. I don't know why Spirit is giving me all that, but they are. All right, and then you have the Tower. Some people get, upset when they have the Tower card, but we only grow through experience and challenges. So this isn't something to be upset about, right? Something's going to change. Sometimes things do need to change and things do need to be torn down. A lot of times I'll say there could be someone or something you're putting on a pedestal, and then you suddenly realize, oh, well, they're not, a king, a queen, or a celebrity, or, they're not perfect. Sometimes we idolize people, jobs, different things like that, only to find out that, oh, they're only human just like us, right? So a Tower moment is just, It's almost like a wiping the slate clean. This is the second time I've heard Spirit say that to me. So there could be a wiping the slate clean kind of thing towards the end of October for you, Pisces. Then you have Aquarius. I have to put that pink thing there because she's naked on top and I don't want to get dinged by YouTube. So the star is not only Aquarius, but it's also hopes, dreams, and wishes fulfilled. You see how she's dumping all of her star water back into the pond? That's because she knows there's more where that came from. She can get more. She can create more. She can fill up her coffers once again. So that is telling you not to worry about things, right? Life goes on. You move on through life, on down through your path and journey. Things will happen that aren't so pleasant, but then, as that four-leaf clover shows you, things will happen that are great and exciting and wonderful. That's just the way life is in a human body on Earth. The World. Okay, this this is card 21, which is a 3, which is creation and collaboration. This shows an extremely happy woman dancing with silks in the middle of an angel, an eagle, a lion with wings, a bull with wings, right? I mean, beautiful feeling with that beautiful, it looks like the North Star in the top. So this is even bigger hopes, dreams, and wishes fulfilled, right? Because the world came right after the star. I mean, you can't get much better than that, Pisces. So I feel like good things are coming. Good things are coming. Now, here you have the masculine energy card of your element, Cups, right? Oh my God, come on. King of Cups. Come on, camera. Sorry, guys. Well, it's just going to not... Oh, there we go. Right when I think it's not going to focus, it does. All right, so King of Cups. He is a very emotional king. He's a softer masculine energy, but he's a little bit bored in his relationship. He wants something new. He's ready for some kind of new challenge. The King of Cups has done everything that he needs to do emotionally. He's put and invested his time into his relationship, into his friendships, and he's ready for something different. And that can harken back to the problems to be resolved, two-faced friend, what was the owl's message again? Asking for wise counsel. So there could be something that's going to change about your relationship. Tower also pointing to that, right? I mean, we don't know if it's a relationship. It's probably not for everyone. It's probably something else, but I'm just giving you what Spirit's giving me. And then you have this Three of Pentacles, creation and collaboration. So maybe after going through this with the clean slate, wiping everything clean, you are able to create with someone new. Now, typically this is about your job, how you earn your living, how you earn your money, how you pay your bills. But it could be just a clean slate and creating with a new friend. Could be creating art, music, a new business, could be something like that. But I'm not getting the feeling that it's at work. Okay, just to throw that out there. All right, and then your animal oracle is cat. This is number 16, which is a 7, which is reflection, looking back at what you've done, what your actions were. Cultivate your just when I think it's going to focus, it doesn't. Oh my God. Cultivate your independence and intuition. Yes, Pisces. So you need to not be like everyone else or worry so much about what everyone else thinks about what you're doing, because you're the only one walking your journey, right? You also need to really tune into your intuition in order to realize all of these gifts and things that are going to happen. Also tune into your intuition so that you don't get discouraged about the Tower moment or something that's going to change, okay? All right, I'm going to pause the camera so we can move on to November. Okay, here we are. Now we're moving on to November. So the tea leaf oracle is bringing things to culmination in a good way. So the first card you have is Eagle. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. So whatever that problem to be resolved was, you will get through it for sure. Tiger. Doing something risky and taking a chance. Doing something risky and taking a chance. Well, family wishes come true. Family wishes come true. And I feel like that goes along with, I'm getting the feeling that that goes along with this heart card. Love, deep, come on, deep affection and caring. So, family wishes come true and love, deep affection and caring. So maybe your family has really been wanting or wishing something to happen, and it's going to come true, right? This could be a wedding, an engagement, a big trip. I'm feeling like it has something to do with your relationship. Remember, this is a collective. This isn't going to resonate for all of you, right? But definitely you're triumphing over those troubles and obstacles that were happening in October. And then you're going to take a risk on something. You're going to take a risk. And, you know, maybe it's going to pay off, right? You're going to take a chance, take a risk in November. This could have to do with anything, because the tea leaf doesn't tell us if it's work or love or relationships or what have you. So in November, you're going to be taking a little bit of a risk on something. But family wishes are going to come true. Could be that vacation, right? Maybe your family has always wanted to go to the Grand Canyon. I know I have. Haven't made it yet. Or Disney. I have no desire to go there. But, you know, it's to each his own, you know. Maybe you've always wanted to go on some big hiking trip or an RV trip. And maybe that plan is going to pan out, right? All right, so for the tarot for November, we're going to be using the Red Dragon Pendragon deck for the November messages for you, Pisces. So let's see. What does the tarot have to build on what we already have? Oh, the Magician. All things are possible, Pisces. The King of Swords, that's the energy of truth, the masculine king of air. Often can be Aquarius, and you already had Aquarius in October. So I'm feeling like some of you have a very important Aquarian in your life. Would love to know in the comments. Is that your mother, father, sister, brother, one of your grandparents? Is that your spouse, your partner, your lover? Who is that Aquarius that's prominent in your life or prominent at this time? Two of Cups. Okay, partnership. Ace of Wands. New beginning and offer. I mean, the Magician and the Ace of Wands is, wow. Yeah, November feels like it's going to be a very productive month for you after you go through what you go through with that Tower moment in October. Four of Cups. That's an offer that you don't see, or it's an offer that you don't feel is really an offer. And what does that mean? It means somebody may casually mention something to you, either about what you should do with your business or some marketing thing that you should do, and you kind of just brush it off, but it warrants more thought. Like that owl Halloween card. Remember how it said wise counsel and thinking before you act? There could be maybe somebody asks you to be a guest on their podcast, or I'm trying to think, and you don't see it as an opportunity, but it is, right? So think about it before you say no. I mean, obviously think about it before you say yes. You got the Tower again. Clean slates. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. All right, so Tower, something's going to change. You got 6 weeks basically of changes coming in, Pisces. All right. First card out is the Magician. Number 1. Fresh start, new start, all possibilities are before you. You see how he's got the infinity sign on his cloak? He's got his wand raised to the air. He's got his sword, cup, and pentacle right in front of him. It can go any way that you want it to go, okay, Pisces? Any way you want it to go. King of Swords. This is Aquarius, usually. This is also the masculine energy of truth because he has that one sword there. He's ready to tell the truth. He's ready to tell it like it is. He's ready to help you cut the cords of the people, things, places, jobs you don't need. Okay. He is there to help you get through a situation quickly, I guess I would say. And then you have the Two of Cups. This is partnership. Now, twos are choice and balance. Choice and balance. This can be showing you the balance of the masculine and feminine because the man and woman are in an embrace there. The energy of bringing together your masculine and feminine when you're acting out in the world. This also could be a actual partnership, right? Lover, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend type thing. The thing you have to be careful of is you're going to have some choices to make because they are standing in brambles. Now, the brambles do have flowers on them, so there is some happiness and some good to be had. But before that, you have to make a choice on how you're going to get out of the brambles. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me all that. It was a mouthful. Okay. Ace of Wands. This is a very fast, action, passion-oriented offer. This is something new that comes in and you're not expecting it at all. Something new that comes in that you're not expecting. Right after that is this Four of Cups. And there's an offer hanging right above her head. But she is focused and concentrating on those 3 cups that she already has. Sometimes this is about getting a job offer or a love offer, but you're like, oh, I'm not ready for a relationship, or I don't want to change jobs. And you're not considering all the possibilities when that comes in. You're not paying attention to the opportunities. And like I said, that can also be, someone says, come on my podcast or help me with this project, and you don't see it as an opportunity, but what it's going to do is open other doors for you, open more doors for you, whatever that is. And then your last card out is the Tower. The Tower was almost in the first position in October, so mid-October. And again, the Tower is giving you a clean slate. So this could be saying, where I felt more like the Tower had to do with personal situations in October, I think the Tower has to do with work situations in November. Getting a clean slate, being able to move on with a new offer or opportunity. What else can you say about that, Spirit? All right, they want me to get, I'm gonna use, I haven't done this for any sign yet. They want me to get some clarifiers for you on the Tower. Let's see if we can see what the last card in the tarot, that Tower, Spirit. What else can you tell us about that Tower? What else can you tell us? What else can you tell Pisces about that Tower? What else? 5 of Pentacles, feeling out in the cold. Okay. So maybe you decide to take whatever that offer is, and so people are upset with you about it. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Because you have the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords to clarify that Tower. 5s are change. So you see here with the 5 of Pentacles, whoops, I keep forgetting that these show it different. So this 5 of Pentacles, they're literally out in the cold. Looking at the church window has 5 pentacles on it. They're trying to figure out what to do. And then you have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords, oh, come on, camera. The Five of Swords is walking away from a disagreement, knowing when to, because swords are communication, right? So Five of Swords is knowing when to walk away, knowing when not to argue, knowing when just to say, okay, well, that's the way it is and I need to walk away. So that Tower moment in November, I feel like what's going to happen is you are going to change something about either your work. Could it be your partner? Yes, it could. And there are going to be some people that are very judgy about that. And you need to not worry about that. This is your path. I think I already said that for the October reading as well. Your animal oracle is a 25, which is a 7, which is reflecting. And this is the Phoenix. Rise from the ashes, transformation, and regeneration. Okay, so Pisces, this 6 weeks for you will be transformational. There are going to be a lot of changes from mid-October through the end of November for you. But in the end, it's all going to be good because it's your path, right? Clean slates with relationships, clean slates with jobs, what have you. You are the magician, right? You can make happen whatever you want to happen. All right, I'm going to pause the camera, face it down to the cards, and recap for you. Okay, so before I recap for you, I just want to say we all have free will, right? So this reading could be true right now, but a different decision that you make over the next couple of weeks could change it, okay? So the magician, remember, you have the power to make things the way that you want them to be. All right, so the first card out was that owl card, right? The owl, where you need to consult. You have to have discernment. You need to get some wise counsel, some advice. You need to remember not to act irrationally or emotionally answering a situation, right? And then you had ink pot, problems to be resolved, cat, a two-faced friend, and then the four-leaf clover, great and good fortune. That ace of cups, right? You have an ace of cups in October, you have an ace of wands in November. So seeing things a little bit differently. That tower coming in and wiping the slate clean on whatever that is. So maybe you are the one that gives yourself this tower moment because you see something differently. Aquarius, the star, hopes, dreams, and wishes fulfilled, followed by the world getting the things in order the way that you want them. That King of Cups, right? You, Scorpio, your masculine energy, you're ready for something new, okay? You're ready for something new. Then in comes that Three of Pentacles, creation and collaboration with another, right? So big change in October. And then your animal was the cat. Cultivate your independence and intuition. So Pisces, remember always, your gut is your best compass. Tune into your intuition. Okay, so here up is October. Here over is November. So in November, we started off with the eagle. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. Great, because you had the problems here. You're going to triumph over that. Tiger. Doing something risky and taking a chance. You may take a chance on a new job. You may take a chance on a new website, a new business, a new romance, right? And then family wishes come true with the well and the heart. Love, deep affection, and caring. I love those cards for you. They're beautiful. And then the magician. All things are possible, right? And then here you have the energy of Aquarius again with that King of Swords. Aquarian energy here with the star. Aquarian energy here with the King of Swords, right? Being able to cut to the truth, right? With his sword of truth there. And just tuning in. Yeah, the King of Swords energy could be that friend of yours, or it could be the Aquarian in you if it's in your birth chart, being able to see things so clearly that you know what to do. That Two of Cups, right? Partnership. And we had creation and partnership in the Three of Pentacles. So it could be a new partner in love, but it could be a new partner in business as well. It could be that offer, right? This Ace of Wands, that new offer coming in very quickly, and you have to discern and tune into your intuition to decide if you're going to take that offer. The Four of Cups is when you may not see the offer because you you're either not seeing the offer because you're not looking around for opportunities, or you're not understanding that the offer is an opportunity, which I explained with the podcast example. Then you have the Tower again. Tower here in the second position, Tower here in the last position. Clean slate about something, right? And clarifying the Tower was the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. Career, possibly, money, something to do with that, and Five of Swords, communication, and knowing when to walk away, knowing when to say, okay, I'm just not arguing about this anymore. This is my choice. This is my decision. This is what I feel is right for me, right? And then moving on. And like the Phoenix, you're going to rise from the ashes, right? Rise from the ashes, transformation, and regeneration. So Pisces, big changes in those 6 weeks for you. I would love for you to comment and let me know. I would also recommend maybe coming back and watching this mid-November so you can see and remember what it was that Spirit gave you for these messages. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Peace and kindness every single day. I love you all.